Hey everyone, it's been a couple days now since I got my scan results back. And first, I just want to say we're all very relieved. The scan came back positive considering the type of cancer. They didn't find, other than the tumor that they already know about, they didn't find any other lesions that were above 4 millimeters in my body. The scan that I made, basically, it detects any lesions in your whole body from head to toe that are 4 millimeters or higher. Of course, if it's smaller than that, they won't be able to see it with these scans. But like I said in a previous video, the cancer I have is a pretty slow cancer, which means that there may be other areas in my body that are starting to grow tumors. But if there are any other areas, then it's really at the beginning. So of course, since we got the news, we were very relieved. They did notice, however, that in the area in my abdomen where the tumor is located, that they noticed that nearby lymph nodes, I think it's called that in English. In French, is ganglion. They noticed some lymph nodes that seemed a bit unusual because when there's a tumor, in that area, it starts to spread first in the surrounding lymph nodes. So they're gonna have to watch that. Basically, I'm gonna have follow-ups. I think it's pretty much every year, and some preventive scans also. I'm not gonna talk too much. I just wanted to make a quick video announcing the results. They did find a fibrous mass also in my abdomen, which is, I think it's in English, it's a neurofibrome, which is a consequence of related to the type of cancer I have. And with all of these news, I mean, they scanned the pancreas, the stomach, they checked my neck and my head because this cancer goes up to the brain, and they haven't noticed anything in those areas with the scan I made. However, I have to go back in January and early next year for follow-ups, other scans. I know my kidneys are going to be watched a bit more closely with other types of tests. And also, they're going to go back to where my tumor was located and just use a special camera to see deeper into my tissues. But aside from that, the news is pretty felt really good to hear, because I started to to have these nightmares where I thought I was gonna die so soon, and it's just a relief for everyone in my family. Brian also, we're just also relieved by this news. It means I still have time left. And if it's closely watched and treated properly, then we can prevent, like, the speed at which the cancer spreads. So just I guess stay put, because now I feel more comfortable revealing the name of my cancer and explaining it more into details. I'm planning another video on it. I'm still reading through documents and articles about the cancer. I knew it was rare, but I found a statistic that said that it only occurs in about 0.002% of the population. So it's not only rare, it's extremely rare. And again, we are very lucky to be in Quebec, because the hospital where I did the scan, Sherbrooke, they just started doing this new type of scan in 2018, and people from across Canada would go there to get this type of test done. And even though I'm unlucky because of the cancer, I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that we have technology that's getting more advanced each years, and they caught the cancer. We feel they caught it really early. It's hard to tell because it's a very sneaky cancer. Of course, they're going to monitor the lymph nodes to see if it has spread to those areas. And if so, I mean, they told me initially that chemotherapy wasn't an option, but from what I've read, it's not the option that they recommend at first. The first option is to locate, the tumors and surgically remove them when they can. But chemotherapy can also be done sometimes as a preventive measure. And what I've read about the cancer that I have is each year, depending on what the results show during the scans or the symptoms that I have, treatment can vary. So one year it can be a surgery, another year everything can be okay. The year after that, they can start chemotherapy or also some drugs you can take to reduce or shrink the tumors. So from what I've seen and from what I've been told, the location where the tumor was found, according to this type of cancer, is the area of the body where you have the highest survival chance for the next 5 years. And in my case, if the lymph nodes don't start growing tumors, I have a 90% survival rate for the next 5 years, which is pretty high. And if it did reach the lymph nodes and starts to grow tumors there, it goes down to about 64%, which is still not that bad. I mean, we were all prepared for the worst in those kinds of situations. You just think the worst and get all stressed out. And so, anyways, it's just a quick video to tell you that at least the results are kind of positive, and now that I feel less stressed and anxious about it, I can, start reading. I found some useful information on the Canadian Cancer Society website, and there are also other organizations that focus only on this type of cancer, and I'm watching videos and getting more educated on it, along with my close family. And I'm gonna make a separate video where I'm gonna, reveal to you the name of the cancer and just explain it a bit from what I know from what we've heard so far. And yeah, it's a good news despite the bad news, So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Bye bye.